This is what Bob sent me a couple days ago after seeing my mini tour cost breakdown video. He said, yo, dude, I got some info that might help you. I tracked all 50 of my tournament rounds in 2019, put them in the handicap system, and I played to a plus 6.1, and I wound up missing out on final stage by 1 that year. Scotty Scheffler's 2024 season, he's playing the lowest scoring average in the history of the PGA Tour of 68, and that tracks out to a handicap in the ballpark of a plus 8. So I wound up losing money on the year and not even getting to the Korn Ferry Tour, and I played less than 2 strokes different than the world #1, Scotty Scheffler. Very slim margins. This is a note that Bob sent breaking down his expenses for Korn Ferry Q School, the 2 stages that he played. He was exempt through pre-qualifying, otherwise there would have been more expenses incurred with that. But entry fee for the 2 stages he played, $6,000. Stage 1 expenses on top of that, $2,650. Stage 2 expenses, $2,850. Screenshot this if you want to take a closer look. And then in our text thread here, he said you could add another $3,500 for final stage expenses. So the total Q School expense would have been $15K. And then I thought it'd be interesting to show his results from the Dakotas Tour in 2019 to show just how awesome he was playing that year. Out of those 5 events he played, he had 4 top 10s, earned a total of $18.3 thousand. Here's a quick breakdown of the specific events he played. Go ahead and screenshot that if you want to take a closer look. And here are those stats that I was talking about earlier, showing that he averaged 3.62 under par in all of those Dakotas Tour rounds. And here it all is at a glance. His Dakotas Tour season only shot in the 70s a handful of times. Everything else was deep in the 60s. This is the official leaderboard from Korn Ferry Q School first stage. Bob is at the top there in 7th place, firing rounds of 68-72, 68-64 to qualify successfully in the top 21. And then here we have the second stage results, Korn Ferry Q School. Bob fired 6 under, 71, 73, 70, 68, and unfortunately missed out by 1 stroke. Huge shout out to Bob Bell for sharing that information with us so I could break it down for you guys. Unbelievable how slim the margins are between world #1 and then a mini tour player like Bob Bell, who had an incredible season, shot 100 under par that year. Ultimately, wasn't really able to make money, wasn't able to advance his career, never made it to the level of the Korn Ferry or PGA Tour, which was obviously all of our aspirations. So personal stories like this of my real close friends that I know are so raw and talented and deserving of playing for a living, and they just can't sustain it year after year after year, taking a loss even when they're like, man, I'm doing everything right. I don't know how much better I can play. That's what's driving me to create these videos and share these stories and try to open up a lane and more opportunity, higher purses, more exposure for the mini tour guys, because I know that they're world class and I know many of them would be incredible tour players if they had the opportunity to get to that stage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, drop a comment with your thoughts below, and follow for the next